So here I am going in to add another ghost. And so I drew it one time. You don't have to draw it a bunch of times. It's the cool thing about Procreate or, Photoshop in those programs. You draw it once and then you copy and paste it. So that's what I'm doing here. I drew one ghost and now I can put so many different ghosts in my graveyard. So simply by copying and paste it and moving it to where I want it to go. So I'm putting it, I have a little space down below that I want to put it because I left a little space there. And there he goes. And then I just kind of expand them to the size I want. Now, right now you can't see him because I have to highlight in the background with white. So I'm going to do that. So I go into a different layer that I have, the white. Well, I've got way too many layers, you can see, but I'm going to merge them all down afterwards and flatten them so that you can't move them anymore. But in the meantime, I'm going to different layers and I'm just going to paint with a soft brush behind it and make it highlight it so it pops out. So it looks like it's kind of glowy. And I'm doing this sort of sepia tone look because I'm going for more of an Edward Gorey, Gashly Crumb Tinies kind of a vibe. If you don't know who Edward Gorey is and you don't know what Gashly Crumb Tinies are, I highly suggest you take a look at that. Alright, so up here I also wanted to add some highlights. A little bit of a light coming through the back trees because I felt like it was really way too dark. And so I just dusted it in. Same thing with that spray brush. And it's very gentle, not too much. And I put the opacity really low so I wouldn't blast it with too much weight. And then now I feel like the image is almost done, although this is right before I added the ghost. My favorite part is the little details I'm putting into all the little tombstones. I think that's going to be adding a lot of, whimsy and silliness to it. This is really inspired by the Disney Haunted Mansion, which is my favorite ride at Disneyland. And I've been to Disneyland lots of times, and it's my very favorite thing there. And it always just makes me so happy to read the funny tombstones.